Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
The theme is how to be the underdog and pull off the upset in your industry. Here's point number one. Simple, but not easy. As an underdog, you're likely to have fewer resources and a smaller staff, and that means simple is a weapon to defeat industry giants. It's the sling and the stone to lay down Goliath. Okay? The best way to achieve something or solve a problem is a frontal assault, direct action, rather than meandering, circuitous projects that don't mean as much. Go right at it, and there are many tools that you're going to have access to simplify. But beware of those simplification softwares and apps that make things easy, but they don't actually simplify for you. We bolt on all sorts of projects and apps, and it adds layer and bureaucracy, and that's what the big guys have, and it becomes bloat. This complicates your action and theirs. So my analogy here is all the subscriptions you have: Netflix, HBO Max, Prime Video. One streaming platform is really all you need. 90% of everything is on one place, and that's good enough. So become simple, but not easy. Next thing, goal-driven. You got to have some clear goals on your desk, and I got them on a sticky note right here. My goal is to get a primary sponsor this season for Brady Bacon, Taylor Reimer, Santino Ferrucci, and now the ISRT Supercross team. It's on a Post-it. That's what I work on. I focus all my time on those 4 priorities. But then I need what next? A great vision to avoid burnout. Big organizations start to have multiple priorities, and their executives have different ambitions across the organization, and sometimes that becomes a problem. And they become clunky. My vision is to become the very best motorsports sponsor agent in the world. It fires me up, and it connects me to my driver's success and their goals. So if I climb on that vision, every client's going to benefit. You need a vision that's behind your goals, that's inspiring enough to keep things clear and simple. No vision and the mundane tasks of simplicity will eventually wear you out. And that's how burnout happens. The why you are doing it isn't important enough any longer. So, as an underdog, you often have to make the most of limited budgets, team sizes, and other resources. But being scrappy and creative when you can't outspend the competition is actually an advantage. You can be more nimble, innovative, and hungry for success by leveraging the strengths of being small. Your simplicity is not easy, but is direct, and it beats the big companies. And I got another thought here. Embrace the solo nature of a small business. Are you doing things just because people will see them or watch you, or to look important, or to appear as a bigger company? That is a time suck and doesn't help you achieve the simple, not easy things. So look at your calendar and eliminate time that falls into that category. Okay, so we've talked about goals, vision, simplification. Now, I want to talk to you about how underdogs often struggle with imposter syndrome and lack of confidence to beat the larger and more established team. So I want you to take that position and use it for your marketing and sales. Don't run away from it. You have to build confidence in your own expertise, even when you're up against more established long-term players. So I think about marketing tactics that are key for underdogs who can't compete in mainstream advertising or maybe big productions at trade shows and big sponsorships and all that. Get creative with low cost, high impact ways to stand out and get attention. So here are the specifics on how to take your marketing and sales game to beat the bigger guys. And I didn't expect this to be the way to win, but over 3 decades, it's proven to work for me over and over again. So let's start this baseline. LinkedIn is free. YouTube is free. My audio program, Audacity, that I record this podcast on is free. ChatGPT to generate prompts and do research for me is free. So I'm handing these tools over to you. They're already available. And here's what you do with them. First, talk about what you don't know and are learning about in the business and tell stories about that. Do it on LinkedIn and YouTube and these other places. Discuss on these free forums what you've learned and finished. Discuss the wins and the losses. Develop some simple LinkedIn newsletters or YouTube short videos about this journey. Then use MailChimp emails, it's free, to send to prospects about those experiences and what you do to help clients. Connect with the people that seem most interested in that. How? Well, they read the email, and you can tell by looking at your MailChimp account who is opening. Call those people. Don't call other people. Call those people. They know you, and they have shown an engagement in what you are doing and what you're talking about. You know each other. You're already lined up. Next, ask those companies and people to become a client of whatever you're doing. Not everybody, just those people. Being an underdog is the best position. By the way, the bigger your company becomes, all these things still work. They still work. I'm fired up for you today because I know many of you that listen to this are underdogs. We can take the stone and the slingshot and fell David. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. And you and I are going to do it together. I can't wait to chat next week on the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray. So long, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.